Blog Talk Radio.
I like what you do because not only are you helping these gentlemen, you're also helping us. Because as a woman, I don't want a wimpy guy that I can walk all over. And believe me, I have a million of those guys chasing after me, and they completely turn me off. Women like a strong man. Women like a confident man. They like men that have a life. And they like men that don't drop everything, just because she snaps her fingers.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
To buying dinners and drinks only to become her friend? Do you want to overcome your fear of women? Be able to talk to women, become more confident, and keep her interested without losing a sense of self? Welcome to the Man Mindset Dating Hour with your host, all the way from Planet Man, Steve the Dean Williams. Steve has been coaching men all over the world on becoming a better man, understanding relationships, marriage, and sex advice, and he can help you too. And ladies, it takes a thief to catch a thief. It's time to stop listening to your single girlfriends and learn what it takes to get the ring. The call-in number is 718-508-9513. That's 718-508-9513. Guys, for more information on products and free dating information, please go to www.themanmindset.com. That's www.themanmindset.com. It's game time!
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Dean. It's February 14th. And guys, we got an announcement to make. This is going to be the last show on this station for a while. But you can get all the details and everything that you need by going to themanmindset.com. We are going to kick this 1 hour show. We're not going to do an hour and 30. We're going to do this 1 hour show. Kick it off right and discuss things about you guys. And anything that we do not cover tonight, we will make sure we cover it tomorrow. For a lot of you ladies out there, don't forget to tomorrow is a special day for some women out there. Tomorrow is Side Chick Day. Side chicks, they deserve a day. They don't deserve tonight. Tonight is for good women. Guys, if y'all want to call in, the number is 718-508-9513. That is 718-508-9513. Press 1, and we would love to have you in and chop it up with your boy. I know a lot of you guys are like, man, I'm trying to get some guts tonight. I mean, guys, if you guys got real game, man, y'all shouldn't even be sweating today. I mean, if you got to do all the stuff that them cookie cutters are doing just to get some thing, come on, guys. You need to get out the game, man. Anyway, I do want to let you guys know that I'm working on the king, guys. Oh, this is going to be, I rub my hands when I'm talking about this, guys. You want to get that confidence up. Y'all want to check out the king. Go into themanmindset.com. Look at Manhood U under the King classes. Those are brand new. We already have, I think I have 4 hours up. No, 5. I just put up a new one. So I got to post that. But we have 5 hours of King classes, and I am going to hammer that hard so we can go ahead and build your foundation that you really need in order to get where you want to go. So, again, guys, check that out. Don't forget to check out tomorrow's show, Wednesday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be chopping it up. But there are really excuses, guys, that for a lot of you guys, I I got a lot of emails from guys, and I want to say that I'm proud, and I'll tell you how proud I am tomorrow as well. A lot of you guys followed the playbook. Y'all went out there. Y'all met a lot of chicks. Now, guys, one thing I ask you to do, you don't need to send me the nude photos, the booty shots, the breast shots. Guys, if you just follow what I show you, you're going to get what you want to get. Now, with that being said, this is why I love doing what I do. Why I love doing it so much. Because what happened this weekend to the majority, guys, this is the majority of you. This is the majority of you guys that listen to me. Let me take you down memory lane real quick, and let me explain how this is going to connect. Now, I think we did in August. I think we started in August, getting you guys prepped for Halloween. You know how we do on Halloween. Every Halloween, we give you a costume. I did videos. I walked you through everything you needed to do. And we prepped you, and we warned you that we said, guys, listen. If you do exactly what I'm showing you, you're going to have beautiful, single, sexy women coming up to you in droves. Just coming up to you, and I warn you that for some of you guys, you might not be able to handle it. And what happened? October 31st hit, Halloween hit, and a lot of you guys were so blown away and so intimidated by the attention you got from women, it scared you. Okay, it scared you. Now, let's fast forward to this weekend. Now, last Tuesday, we told you that, this is the grand hoo-ha. This is the time where a lot of women are going to be desperate, needy, and really aggressive. And if you do what I'm telling you to do, you're going to be good. Now, I commend these guys. Some guys got the conversation classes. Some guys got the texting classes. Some guys got approaching 101. Guys got kissing 101. Guys were buying lots and lots of product. But I warned everybody, because I talked to a lot of guys, a lot of coaching. I love you guys. Y'all get the coaching and stuff. And we talked. And I gave the guys that I coached a blueprint. It was like this whole week was like really busy for me. I was coaching one after one after one, and these guys were wanting to prepare themselves for the events that happened all last week. So I gave them exactly what to do, what to say, what to use. I gave them some stuff from the conversation classes. We talked about that, the texting, I gave them all that stuff. Funny thing happened. Like I told all guys, even the ones that didn't get anything, they sent me emails as well, and they thought I was full of poo-poo. I can't say the word, but they thought I was full of it because they were like, yeah, right. Like that's really going to go down. But I did what you said. I went in there. I talked to the first group of women I saw, and then I started making my way around. But what happened was that some of the guys did the karaoke stuff, some of the guys set themselves up, and they had a spotlight on them that was shining so bright that they could not handle the women coming up to them, talking to them. Now, guys, we always talk about the fear of failure. I understand that. But, guys, there is also a fear that is greater than the fear of failure. It is the fear of success. Because for a lot of you guys out there, as soon as you get past phase one or you take that first step forward, it is a very scary feeling for you when you have success and you don't know what to do. Because most of your life, not all, most of your life has been failure, rejection, failure, rejection, failure, rejection, something like that, right? And what you guys do is finally one day you make the three-point shot. One day you hit the home run. One day you catch the touchdown pass. One day the sun, moon, and stars line up in one day, which happened this week for a lot of you guys. Everything lined up. And guys, and again, I'm not laughing at the guys that send me the emails. I'm not laughing at you guys. But what I love the most that I got from the majority of you guys is that you were like, dude, you warned us. You told us what was going to happen. And I couldn't, some guys couldn't believe it was going to happen. Some guys didn't, like, not don't believe, but they just, in their world, they're like, there's no way I want to have women come up to me. It was just like Halloween all over again, but magnified, because they stood out by the stuff that I showed them. They stood out. And what happens is really amazing is when you're out and about, and all of a sudden, 8, 9, 10, 14, or maybe even a 15 walks over to you and strikes up a conversation, that is one of the most scariest things for a lot of guys. Because this is the woman that I've always wanted to talk to, always wanted to date, always wanted to sleep with. She's coming over to me, smiling, and in trying to engage me in a conversation because she is single. Because some of these women they were lock key events and speed dating events and karaoke events. There were just so many events they had, and so many of my guys just. I won't say you failed me, okay? Listen, guys, you know I love you guys. I'm not going to ever say that you failed me. You failed yourself, and that is the worst part about this. Because one thing that separates this show, what I teach you guys, is that I get you where you need to go and tell you what you need to do, and we prepare each and every one of you guys. We prepare you for everything. We prepare you to get yourself together before you even walk out that door. We prepare you to approach a woman and what to say when you approach her. We prepare you to text message her. We prepare you to have phone conversations with her. We even prepare you to be online talking to these women. We prepare you for the case if you have your first date, what to do. We prepare you if you have your first kiss on how to kiss. We prepare you. We prepare you for if you go over her house or she comes over your house, we show you through when she comes over, we prepare you to create desserts instead of throwing something frozen in the oven or just grabbing some scoops of ice cream. We prepare you for that. We prepare you to set up your crib in a way that is woman-friendly to make her feel more comfortable to stay there. We prepare you when it's time to make out with a woman. We have a product. We prepare you to show you how to make out with her. Because I told you the two things are the texting and the making out. Those are your two important areas. And when you making out with a woman is a taste or sample of what's to come if she allows you in her bedroom. We prepare you for that. We've got a product to prepare you for 69. Foreplay. We prepare you for We prepare you for 5-play. We prepare you for everything. We prepare you for when you have relations. We prepare you for that. We even prepare you for the aftermath. So one thing we do, we make sure that you are prepared from the moment you leave your house to the moment she either leaves your house or you leave her house. We are the only people that will prepare you from beginning to end with products to cover you on every single area. We prepare each and every one of you. And what happens for a lot of you guys is that this weekend you got the attention, just like in Halloween. You got a lot of attention. But for a lot of you guys, you messed up. I'm not going to mention, I never mention names. We're going to talk about some of the things that y'all did. Some guys, again, when they got approached by women, they got nervous, messed up. Some guys got through phase one and was able to talk to some of these women. But then when it came time to go ahead and sealing the deal, as far as giving out the number and moving on, they failed right there. There were some guys who got past that point, got on the phone with them, and or not even with the ones that got on the phone. They got failed because you know what? They never knew that they would get that far. They didn't know what to say on the phone. They failed. Then there were some guys that got text messages from women. Didn't know how to text them right. Fell right into the friend zone. They failed. But then I had groups. I had so many guys, so many emails that in every phase that I'm saying, there was a failure. There were guys that got past that, look, hey, set it up. They were guys, and again, success. Now, and again, this is the thing that I'm saying to you guys. And guys, if y'all want to call in, the number is 718-508-9513. Press 1. If not, I've still got a lot to talk to you about because we're going to talk about truly 7 excuses that stop you from a lot of things. We're going to discuss that. If we don't finish that, we're going to finish it up tomorrow. But anyway, what I was saying was that for a lot of you guys, you have these products and you get to this certain point. So for a lot of you guys, you get to the date and she wants you to come over and you guys fail there. Because when you get on a date, you don't know how to greet her. I mean, if you listen to our old shows on Wednesday, we had someone that we walked through who we met a chick at a cookie place, and we told him as soon as you walk through the door, spin her around, give her a hug, tell her. We broke all that down, and he did it, and it worked for him. But for some of you guys, you didn't do that, and you failed. Some of you guys got to the point where you can make out. I mean, hey, some of you guys got there. It was a great race. Some of you got there, and guess what? After it was said and done, she told some of you guys, it's like some of you guys met the same women because they all said said the same thing. Really not really said the same way, but basically it's getting late. I've got work, so maybe we have to end this. Some of you guys got past that point. Some of you guys who have the kissing 101, who have the makeout 101, was drove into the bedroom. But you guys messed up because you didn't have 5-play or the effing 101. You didn't have any of that. So what happened at that point, you gave her basic old foreplay because you didn't know what to do. Now, you were good at kissing. Some of you guys, y'all got through with the kissing. But then, guess what? She didn't call you back. Some of you guys didn't get no callbacks after that. Some of you guys were and this is what's crazy about you. Some of you were satisfied that you got some, and y'all were left it at that. I mean, I have so many of you guys. It was awesome. Some of you guys got past the 5-play, gave her several orgasms, used some master the bedroom, used a little bit of dirty talk, but then when it came to having sex, you failed her. It's like having an expectation of a roller coaster ride that you hear about all summer long. You get on the ride and you're like, this is it? Some of you guys, now this is the positive, because now we'll talk about the positive guys. Some of you guys did everything. The approach, the texting, the talking, conversation classes, kissing, the 5-play, the making out, 69. the master of the bedroom. Y'all did everything. Y'all did it all. Even some of you guys grabbed some of the 15-minute the sex product we have and use that. And hey, guys, knocked it out the park. But this is where I give you the Uncle Ben speech. How many times have I told you guys, I always tell you, you cannot give a woman 100% of what we teach you. You don't listen. This is where, now, Pat, I'm with the success guys now. These are the guys that got to that point. One thing I always, and I will tell you guys that are listening. See, guys, let me explain women. Let me explain all this sex stuff for you. See, basically the way it goes is simply like this. Oh, man. Okay, you take a normal woman, okay, a regular old woman. 9 times out of 10, she cannot find a man to make her orgasm, okay? 9 times out of 10. Now, if she finds a man to make her orgasm through sex, to her, that is probably the best sex she's ever had. So if we have a scale from 1 to 10, okay? And this is, guys, what I'm telling you is what I've always told my clients who always buy this stuff. And I'm telling you right now. We have a scale from 1 to 10. So if you slip up and give her an orgasm during sex, to her, that's a 10. There you guys, now follow me with this. To her, that's the best sex she's ever had, okay? Now, let me bring in my pipe hitters, my road dogs, my boys that have invested in Master the Bedroom, Dirty Talk, the effing 101, the 5 play, the making out, the kissing 101, the 7 play. All those guys, this is who I'm talking to. These are the guys I warn. The ones who has what we call sexual confidence. Now, follow me along here, guys. Follow me with this. Let's go on a walk. Follow me with this one, okay? So, remember, to a regular woman, a guy that gives her an orgasm is a 10 in her book. That is how her mind is. That is the contract that she has. And to her, the world is flat. She sees the world, but it's only flat. There's an edge. She doesn't go beyond that edge, but she gets close to the edge, okay, guys? That's when the one guy slips up and gives her orgasm. That's when she thinks it's the best, okay? That's why I'm saying it, because I want you to understand why I had to get in all these guys' behinds, because they all had one of these things in common, because what they did was now before I explain the sex thing, what they did was, and I give them credit, they didn't just go to one place. They went to 3 or 4 places, and they pulled about 3 or 4 women. And through those 3 or 4 women, they set up things, and they nailed all those women. They had sex with all of them. But then they ran into the biggest problem because they don't listen to me, and I'm going to explain that in a second. So this is what they did. Now remember, I gave them the Uncle Ben speech. With great power comes great responsibility. And whatever you do not give her 100% of dirty talk. Don't give her 100% of the kissing 101. Don't give her 100% of the makeout 101. Don't give her 100% of the 5 play. Don't give her 100% of the effing 101. And don't give her 100% of the master bedroom. Don't give her 100%. Because if you give her 100%, it is like feeding a stray cat milk, and you will not be able to get rid of her. Hey, guys, and you know what they did to your boy Dean? Just like they did when I talked about Halloween, and just like I did when I talked about the week of, you know what they did? Hey, matter of fact, even I had guys who didn't do the February 14th thing, but decided to go see the 50 Shades of Grey and pulled women. So I'm talking about these guys as well. So we got the 50 Shades of Grey guys that went and pulled a bunch of women doing the 50 Shades of Grey. I had some guys go to a movie. One guy went to a movie. Went to an 8 o'clock movie. And then after the 8 o'clock, he went to another movie theater and caught another movie, caught another chick over there. And then the next day, he did it again. So he got 3 women, he slept with all 3 of them throughout that week. And that, I'm including him as well as a few of the other ones, okay? Okay, I'm include. Look, this is me putting them all in timeout because they don't listen to Uncle Dean. So getting back to sex. Now, as I said, slipping up 10. Okay, now, what these guys do is, when they do it correctly, is when they get on the phone with a woman and they know how to use the dirty talk correctly, and they do it through the text messaging as well. Now, remember I told you guys she gets 1 orgasm. She thinks that's the best sex ever, okay? Well, how about she getting 2, 3, maybe 4 orgasms just over the telephone? Wait, guys, follow me with this, okay? Remember, 1 is the best. She gets 4 over the phone through the dirty talk and stuff like that. Okay, that's over the telephone. Okay, now just follow me with this. Okay, so then she's like, she wants to see him because again, when you do what I show you how to do, look, if you can make, like as a woman, if you can make me orgasm over the phone by the things we're talking about and things you're telling me to do while we're having phone sex, by all means, I've got to kick the tires. So guess what? They tell them to come over. They come over there, and they do exactly what I told my client. Remember I told my client on the Wednesday show how you walk in the door, how you're supposed to do it, and everything. He did it correctly. He got the product, the ultimate date, used that perfectly. Some guys created meals. I love you guys. Y'all did everything y'all were supposed to do. But here's the problem. What did I tell you? You already gave them a few orgasms over the phone, and then they come over, and then you start kissing them. You do the kissing 101 techniques. I've got an hour of kissing 101 techniques. You do all these techniques when I tell you don't give her 100%, but what do? You give her 100%. So guess what? These cocky guys are like, okay, well, cool. Now she's throwing me on the couch type thing, right? This is what I get. They're either on the couch, the floor, the bed, or the table, some item of furniture they're on because of the kissing 101 techniques that they're using 100% on. So then they bring in the makeout 101, where they mix. Some guys were kind of like Transformers. They mixed the making 101 with the 5-play, with her clothes on, and guess what? Got an orgasm. Let's add another orgasm to the pot. Has not penetrated at all. And then goes into the bedroom. Rolls into 5-play, using the 69 product we have, guess what? 3, maybe 4 orgasms. So right now, think about it. If 1 is a 10 to her, right now, she's seeing like another universe right now. She's thrown off. But then, y'all do the shower movie I tell you. Turn out the lights in the shower. Y'all got to do the Aquaman. I teach y'all how to breathe out the side of your mouth. Doing 5-play moves in the shower. 2 more orgasms. Go in the bedroom. You do that, you have the sex, you have it with the sex product, you mix in the kissing 101, you mix in the 5-play, you're just mixing it all in. I love you guys for it, and you get more orgasms. But the problem with you guys, you knuckleheads, I keep telling you, don't give her too much. You give them too much, they're not going to want to leave you alone. So here we go. My phone blowing up off the hook all day today and all day yesterday. Why was that, Steve? Why was that? You want to know why? Because all these women they have hooked up with, slept with, and did all these things, as I set y'all up for this, guess what? Blew their mind. Hey, guys, I told you guys, I would say 85% of the women that called my guys this weekend because of what they did, the women wanted to take them out for Valentine's Day. The women wanted to cook for them. The other 15% just wanted to spend time with these guys, and they didn't care what they did. Now, But it just wasn't one woman. And that was a problem that they had. Well, Steve, I know you told me don't do this, and I know I didn't believe you, right? I said, what's up, man? What happened? They got coach. What happened? What's up? Well, let's just say A, B, and C. Some of them had A, B, C, and D. Some had A and B. But it was always more than one. And their biggest problem was these women wanted to spend the 14th with these guys. And I told these guys, you see, y'all not even ready to manage your roster. I didn't even get to that point. But what I am saying to you guys is this, is that I will always, through my shows and through my products, get you where you need to go. Because the funniest thing about it was, unfortunately, some of these women were married. Some of these women had boyfriends, and some of these women were just looking for just to be someone's Valentine. So they had different women, but the beautiful thing about it was they got a taste of what it's like to be on the other side of the street. And it was one of the most scariest feelings for them, just like it was for the guys who were afraid of the approaching and all that other stuff. It was a very scary feeling, because these guys have never had model-type, beautiful-type women calling them up and hounding them like they were superstars or rock stars or pro athletes. They got a taste of it, and it scared them because they were not prepared. And that's what happens to a lot of you guys out there. You are not prepared. And unfortunately for a lot of you guys, you make a lot of really excuses. For a lot of you guys, have you ever seen a beautiful woman either walking down the street, at a bar, at a club, in a grocery store, at McDonald's, Walmart, Target? Hey, I know we got guys over the seas, so I don't know what kind of grocery stores that you have, but follow me along. All of a sudden, you check her out. You consider approaching her. And then all of a sudden, you tell yourself, nah, she's not going to be into me. Hey, maybe next time. Whether you're saying this consciously or subconsciously, it happens to a lot of you guys. And unfortunately, maybe she was the girl you saw walking down the street. Maybe she was that beautiful, sexy woman at the bar. Maybe she was that sexy woman sitting across from you in class. And for a lot of you guys, you really thought about saying hi to her. But instead of giving yourself a million reasons why you should, you gave yourself a million reasons or excuses why you shouldn't. But for some of you guys, it gets worse, because some of you guys have used excuses so much, it has become a daily routine in your life. And for a lot of you guys, you got to understand, it's not just the excuses that prevent you from walking up and approaching women in the moment. There are excuses, and there are things that prevent you from even trying to succeed with women in general. For a lot of you guys, I've talked to you already. A lot of you guys say you want... You remember I did a YouTube a long time ago. I pissed a lot of you off, but I was making an analogy. You remember that time I went to McDonald's and I bought a Big Mac and some fries, and I sat it in my car seat and I was driving and talking to it? And then I took the burger and fries and I put it in my kitchen and I was talking to it. And then I took the burger and fries and put it in my guest bedroom, and I was laying and talking to the burger and fries the whole time. And I was explaining to everybody in the video how hungry I was. I'm hungry. Here's a hamburger and fries, but instead of going after what I want because I'm hungry, I'd rather talk to the food. And that was my analogy. Pissed some of you off, but I had to make a point. A lot of you guys make excuses. And it's become a point where every excuse that you have made is no longer an excuse. It's no longer called an excuse. It is a triggered habit. It is a contract now. It is no longer an excuse that you just pull one out. It is a part of you. No matter where you go, what you say or what you do, when it comes to a woman, that excuse always pops up no matter where you go, no matter what you do. It becomes a habit. It becomes the string on the kite that you fly. Y'all know what I mean, having a kite mentality. And if you don't know, let me explain to you for the new guys out there. A kite mentality is a mentality wherever the wind blows, that's where the kite's going to go, because the kite doesn't have any type of foundation to it. And this is what is happening to a lot of you guys. But what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about some of the excuses that you have used as habits. And I've always told you guys, if you don't know your king, how can you have a man representing you the right way? How can your warrior know who he's fighting for if you don't know your king? And that's why I'm telling you guys, you got to get the king classes to understand. Those are my foundational pieces to get. Hey, you hear me now? A woman can't even get an audience with my king, guys. That's how cold I am. She's not even worthy enough to get an audience with my king. She gets the man. She gets the warrior. She gets the lover. But she doesn't get the king, and they want the king so bad. But what I'm saying for a lot of you guys out there is that you make a lot of excuses why you don't want to do things. Some of you guys, I don't even want to say excuses. These are contracts and habits. They're the same thing that you have said in October. It's the same thing that you said this weekend. Same thing you said instead of going to 50 Shades of Black or whatever, gray or whatever that new movie was. Instead, when you see that woman you want to talk to, same thing you say then. When there's an opportunity that happens, same thing then. And for a lot of you guys, the very first thing that you always seem to say, before I say that, guys, if y'all want to call in, the number is 718-508-9513. That's 718-508-9513. Press 1. We'd love to have you in. But one of the things that you guys always seem to do, I guess what would be the number one thing that you always say, is that instead of talking to that woman, instead of listening to old Steve and talking to 5 women a day, instead of listening to Steve and going to that movie because he told you how many women, matter of fact, guys, while I'm doing that, let me see while I'm doing it. Give me a second, guys, because I want to pull something up. Because I want to tell you guys the stats of the 50 Shades. Let's see. Let me pull that up. 50 Shades Darker. And y'all can pull it up with me as well, because I'm just going to read what I see. All right. 50 Shades of Gray. Okay, guys? Let me explain. I told you about this. Now, let me see what's saying here. Let me make sure I got it. Okay. This has been a second update. Let's go to the first update at 7:57 a.m. Okay. Let's go to the first update. Okay. 50 Shades of Darker earned $3.9 million last weekend, which is $400,000 higher than what the industry was expecting. Okay. The sequel stands. Okay, they tell what the sequel is. Okay. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's move up now. Now they're saying now that 50 Shades of Grey estimates look like they're going to rake in between $10 million and $10.8 million on Valentine's Day, just this holiday, okay? And that's a 170% spike over yesterday. Yesterday's 3.9 million was a 23% 50 Shades of Grey 50 Shades Darker, which grossed 46.6 the first weekend on the high end. Okay, so what I'm saying is they only got beat out by Lego Batman. John Wick came close. But what I'm saying to you guys, the numbers don't lie. Lego Batman did beat out 50 Shades of Grey, but what I'm saying is guys, this place said it grossed 46.8 million. 46.8 million. Women were at that theater, guys. Women were there. And for a lot of you guys, y'all missed out on that. A lot of women were there, gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. They were there. And all you had to do was show up. But like I'm saying before, for a lot of you guys, you always come up with the greatest thing is that, guess what? You sit around and say, I need to get my life figured out. Well, guys, this is part of your life getting figured out. This is one of the most common excuses I hear from you cookie cutters. That's it. I want to get good with women. I want to do this with women, but I've got to get my life together. Come on, man. When I was out there trying to improve with women, guys, we can't count me because I don't count because I had to drive to become better. I wanted to become better. And for a lot of you guys, if you're not having the dating success that you want, you're dragging yourself down in so many other areas because for a lot of you guys, you can't even talk to a woman. For a lot of you guys, you can't approach a woman. A lot of you guys, even if you talk or approach a woman, you don't know what to text her. Some of you know how to text them. You get on the phone, you don't know what to say to them. You remember the guy I told you, what was it, a few weeks ago I think I told you? He leapfrogged through, he met a chick, did everything we told him, leapfrogged past the texting to the telephone, but his phone conversation was so terrible that she pushed him back into the pot of text messaging, and then he fell off and became a friend. Like I told you guys, some of you guys can get past the telephone, don't know what to do when you get face-to-face with women. I mean, hey, it goes on and on and on. It goes on and on and on. But when are you going to take a moment to work on yourself? When are you going to do that? When are you going to take that moment? When are you going to do that? That's the million-dollar question. When are you going to do that? For a lot of you guys, y'all don't want to do that. And because you don't want to do that, it happens that way. But when you start around and you see a woman, all you want to say, and again, hey, guys, it's safe. These are safe excuses. Here's a beautiful woman. Wow, she's stunning. She's got, ooh, look at the back, man. Thighs, hips, ooh. Man, look at the lips. Oh, so sexy. She is, and she's looking at, here's my opportunity, but I got to get my life together, so I can't talk to her right now. I can't talk to her right now because I don't have a car. I can't talk to her right now because I don't have a job. I can't talk to her right now because I'm living in my mama's basement or I'm living with my dad. I'm living. Wait, look, one excuse after the other. Guys, man, let me tell you about my dogs that I roll with, guys. The pipe hitters I roll with. Like me, even though I had a car, it wasn't the nicest car in the world. It was like a hatchback, 3-door. I think it was a 3-door. I don't know, little 3-door joint, small joint. These guys didn't have cars. These guys were like construction workers and auto mechanics. And it's not the job. I'm not trying to knock that job. I'm just saying that they didn't have money. They just were scraping by, living off of ramen noodles, didn't have the nicest clothes and stuff like that. Some of them didn't even have telephones. I mean, back then, you either had a phone or a beeper or whatever, but some didn't have beepers, whatever, And these guys were picking up beautiful, sexy, gorgeous women. Excuse me, they weren't picking them up, they were getting picked up by. They were getting taken care of, and I don't mean they wasn't responsible enough to take care of themselves. They just wasn't being taken care. They were being taken care of by these women because these women, regardless of where they worked, how much money they had, what kind of clothes they wore, what they drove, those things, or how much money they had, didn't matter to these women. These women didn't care. All they cared about was spending time with these men. So for a lot of you guys, when you see that beautiful woman, you want to say, I need to get my life together. Let me tell you something about being a man and having your life together. As a man, your life will never be together. And what I mean by that is you can have successes and stuff like that. That's fine. But the journey to being a man is a journey that ends the day you no longer can breathe and you are dead. Your journey ends when you end. The journey to being successful and having things, success, is a journey that every man will go to. Again, just because you have nice stuff, that doesn't make you a successful man. Just because you have power, fame, and fortune, that doesn't make you a man. How many men do we know are a bunch of cakes that have money? A bunch of cakes who who play sports or sing or something like that. So it doesn't matter, but these women don't care. And if you want to sit down and say that, you know what, I'm not ready yet because I need to improve myself. When you say that you have to improve yourself, it is the easiest thing to say and the easiest excuse to make, because that keeps you in your comfort zone. As a man, we don't want to feel safe. Say, hey, look, safety's for the women and kids. Leave the safety is what you do when you go to battle. You take the women and kids and you put them away and you put them to safety while you go out and fight in battle. And the more unsafe you feel, the higher your adrenaline pumps. Higher, but the feeling that you get when you don't feel safe, but yet you conquer it. Such a greater feeling than, going to safety, having mom tuck you into bed with some warm milk, where she can read you a bedtime story and rub you on your head and tell you, oh, you're so adorable. Read your little bedtime stories where when she walks away, she makes sure your little night light is on and everything, and she'll turn the light off and wish you sweet dreams. And then if you get nervous, Mommy comes back and looks under the bed, says there's nothing under there, it's okay. There's nobody in the closet, it's okay. But if you want to, come sleep in Mommy's bed, because Mommy's got you protected. That's how you sound to a woman when you sit around and you don't make the move. When the opportunity comes, you'll want to be safe. And the biggest safe excuse you say is, I need to get my life together. You're never going to have your life together, because the more you grow as a man, the more you change. The more you change, the more you've got to adapt to more situations. That's the beautiful thing about being a man, because we adapt with the times. It could be the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, 90s, 2000, 210, going to 220, 230, 235, 270. It doesn't matter what year it is. As a man, you go right through it. You are air, sand, and water. You are adaptable to every situation, regardless of your financial situation, regardless of your clothes situation, regardless of your job situation, regardless of your car situation and your housing situation. Regardless of those things, you still find a way to dust yourself off and go through whatever problems and issues you have. That's what makes you a man. But when you try to say you want to figure out your life, and a woman can taste it in the air. Here's a guy who has no spine and no balls. Here's a guy that has lots of money, a little bit of success, and he's still trying to figure out his life. Some of you don't have money. Some of you don't have success, but you're still trying to figure out your life. When a woman figures out that you have the excuse that you're trying to figure out your life because you don't know what you're trying to do and what you want to be and where you want, you know what? She'll figure it out for you. That's when she realizes that, you know what? It's time for me to take this man's life over. It's time to make him, well, let me do a predator move and rip out his spine, and we'll put that in the backyard. We'll dig that up, put it in the backyard. Yank off his balls and put it in their purse. And then all of a sudden, you lose your family members. And then after your family members, it's your friends. That's the next thing they take from you. And then after your friends, if you were playing basketball on Monday and watching wrestling on Tuesday, guess what? All your outdoor activities that you used to do, she takes those away from you as well. And then when she comes over your house and she sees, oh my God, this guy's like a big bachelor. Look, he's got posters of women, video games. Guess what, guys? She's taking all that away too. She takes everything away one by one by one. She takes those things away from you. And then she incorporates her rules. Like it's a mother-child relationship where you have to go to bed at a certain time. You have to ask permission to do things. You have to ask okay to go places. When she's upset in your house, you got to sleep on your couch in your own crib. You better make sure on Valentine's Day you get the perfect gift, same with Christmas, or you're in trouble or you're in the doghouse. This is what happens to you guys, because you know what? When a woman can taste any of the excuses that we're going to be talking about, and again, we just did one, and we're going to finish up the rest of them tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Make sure y'all call in on tomorrow's show. Y'all get that information, go to the Man Mindset. But once she gets a taste of that, guys, and she realizes that you compromise, all the respect is gone. And there is nothing that you can say or do, because what she does is what we call the kill move. It's like the Mortal Kombat finishing move, okay? She will poke the bear to a point where, guess what, guys? You finally You grab a bone of the spine and one nut, you attach it to yourself, and you stand up as half a man, and you say, no, this is going to stop. You're not going to do this. You're not going to say that. You stand for something, right? But then she says to you, well, if I do, what are you going to do about it? And then you say to her, well, if you do this again, we're done. If you do that again, we're done. Now, I'm not going to tell you no more. You guys, you make these fake threats. I love it. She loves it because she knows if I can just get him to make one of these crappy fake threats and I can call him out on it, it's over. I have them. So what a lot of you guys do is you make these little fake threats. And then all of a sudden, she challenges you. And then here you are. What am I going to do? I told her if she does A, she's gone. But since I have no value, I have no worth, I don't know anything about my king, my warrior, my man, I don't know anything about those things, I can't lose her. I can't lose her, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross my hands, I'm going to pout a little bit, but then I'm going to apologize to her for what she did to me. And guys, as soon as she does that, you will never be seen like a man again in her eyes. Matter of fact, when she has the affair with the other guy or her quote-unquote guy friend who comes over all the time, you're going to be the head of it. Your ears going to be burning because all she's going to be doing is laughing at you because she's not going to respect you. And all this stems from the very first domino that you put out. Because you want to be safe so bad, and you're so afraid to take a step forward that you'd rather be safe attached to mommy's umbilical cord and drinking her breast milk, that you don't want to man up, you don't want to cut the umbilical cord and take a step forward as a man. Do you ever think you're going to get the respect of a woman when she sees you as weak? When she challenges you and you don't stand on your principles? Guys, we all have principles. It's just my principles are my foundation, okay? Your principles are the kite that is being held by the string that's being tossed around in the air by the wind. And when a woman realizes you have no standard and no principle, she will never respect you as a man. And if you don't believe me, go. Look, I wish I could have challenged you to tell your friends to tell their women they ain't gonna get no gift, or watch tomorrow. Watch tomorrow. You talk to your buddies. You know what? Of course she's nice when she's getting all those free gifts tonight. But what do you think is going to happen tomorrow when she snaps back to reality and starts withholding sex? Treat him like he's nothing and dogging him out. What do you think is going to happen? But anyway, guys, like all beautiful things, we have run out of time. But, guys, we are going to finish this conversation on my station tomorrow on Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on themanmindset.com. Make sure y'all check that out. Guys, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, hit me up. If you need coaching, hit me up. If you have a question, hit me up and leave a number, and I will call you, and we will chop it up for a few minutes to get you a correct program. But, guys, this is the last time I'm going to be on this station for a while, so I just want to let you guys know if y'all checking out Monday, like he's not here, y'all need to go to the Man Mindset and see where the heck I'm at, okay, guys? But anyway, I want to say thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen. You can get this rebroadcast later. We'll make sure we post it on the website. But as for that, I'm the Dean, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.